Hi everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to my new YouTube series. Welcome to the golden era of light here on planet Earth. With our planet's emergence into a much prophesized and anticipated golden age of light, of truth, peace, and unity, my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, and I will be offering insights into what is happening on our planet and how we can garner motivation, inspiration, how we can hold our faith and trust not only in ourselves, but in the divine plan to help us successfully navigate these momentous, changing times that are occurring. Our fourth video in this series is entitled The Remembrance of Our Former Lives of Service to the Light and Our Deep Heart Healing. The Posse of Angels and I have watched over the past week, as many in the collective have been nothing short of enraged, gobsmacked, and aghast as to where all the millions, billions, and trillions of the U.S. AID, the U.S. aid taxpayers' money has been apportioned to go overseas. The one that stood out to me was the $20 million that was given for the television production of an Iraqi Sesame Street, while tent cities continue to mushroom and grow, becoming the norm in many cities of the U.S. And the Posse of Angels is saying that this is just the beginning. This is the introduction, as it were, to not only awaken humanity to the massive corruption, but to set the stage for more horrific revelations of human trafficking and the disclosures of just what happened to all those missing children. And while these revelations are calling upon every ounce of our spiritual warrior strength to remain neutral and not get involved in the dismantling of a very dark world, there is something else going on which the collective may not be aware of. With each corrupt revelation that we are presented with, humanity is going through no less than a deep heart healing. Now, if you don't realize it already, my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, is going to let you in on a secret. You're not here incarnated in human form on this planet Earth by happen chance. In fact, the majority of the present collective had already transcended the birth and death wheel, and many were joyfully living peaceful lives in other realms, planets, galaxies, star system, when the clarion call went out across space, time, and dimension for highly advanced spiritual souls to band together for a final push to break the dark matrix that held Earth captive. That's right. That was you. You were part of that huge group of spiritual warriors armed with the deep wisdom and spiritual knowing that had been acquired throughout many, many incarnations where you were defenders of the light. You were being called to bring your wisdom and join others to be part of this final push, the final effort to bring increased light, to usher in a golden age, a new era. There were many in the collective who felt and intuited that all was not above board and honest in almost every area of their lives. For instance, in education, banking, politics, medicine, food production, weather manipulation, just to name a few areas. And we longed for this day. We longed for the day, this day, when all would be revealed. Knowing that we were living in a very dark, corrupt world, and feeling this burning desire to uplift others into the light, caused an underlying and unconscious feeling of pressure to succeed with our mission. Now that all these revelations are coming out in this year of truth, there is a release of that buildup of the burden of heaviness that many felt. The Posse of Angels is sharing that even with the practice of mindfulness and meditation, many who were awakened in the collective had no idea how much inner anxiety and stress they felt each moment wondering if the light was ever going to become strong enough to break the stranglehold of the dark. Now that this day has come, your heart and your subconscious may be recalling all the battles that you fought defending the light in past incarnations, and yes, many of the collective lost their lives in their quest. Many are reflecting on the past 5 years that may have been fraught with chastisement, rebuke, and imposed unlawful penalties, with many losing their jobs. Many of us were called conspiracy theorists when we dared to go against the accepted narrative. This criticism caused great harm to our hearts, especially those of us who warned and pleaded and begged with family and friends against dire health consequences. And so many are now seeing the devastating, disastrous results of other people's choices. The Posse of Angels is sharing that with these latest revelations, what many are feeling is not just their hearts healing, but it's striking a deeper chord as we are also feeling the heart wounds of our ancestors that also have been wishing for this day as they lived under such immense darkness. Many of them fled their countries because of religious persecution and ethnic cleansing. Many of them were caught in pre-planned wars to get rich off the industrial war complex and to steal minerals and oil from other countries, to steal adults and to steal children. And we may not realize it, but with the increased light of truth and more people awakening, we're also deeply feeling the wounds of our precious Mother Gaia, as she is now energetically supported to release eons of darkness in order to be able to glow her brightest. The Posse of Angels is sharing that the greatest thing that we can do now is to heal our own hearts with unconditional love, non-judgment, compassion, and with peace. It would help tremendously to see your heart wounds as entrances through which light can now shine. And we may not want to admit it, but our wounds, especially those of the heart, are some of our best teachers. As more and more disclosures are presented to wake up humanity, it's imperative to maintain one's equilibrium and balance as the old world crumbles around us. One of the best ways to do this is to release all the struggles, let go of all that went before, in order to find our path of surrender, to rediscover our center once more. Surrendering to what is certainly not easy, and the Posse of Angels is suggesting that we call on our ancient ancestors to share their wisdom on how we can be strong enough to surrender, but not lose our minds in the process, and how we can remain loving, soft, gentle, and kind. For this to occur, we must release control and let ourselves be vulnerable as to how this golden age will unfold. Our part in all this is to deepen our sense of peace, knowing that we are an integral part of the rebirthing of Mother Earth, and that it is only by surrendering to this long prophesied event that we can fully regain not only our balance, but our brilliance as well. As spiritual warriors who have lived lifetimes and witnessed atrocities beyond comprehension, and the Posse of Angels are saying many of you who are hearing this can recall your lives in Atlantis and were there when it was destroyed. Many in the collective have experienced and profoundly know that the creation and births of civilizations are often fraught with violent and painful events filled with loss of lives and turbulence. But the creation of anything better, especially if it's a long-held corrupt regime, requires a fearless, relentless dedication to strive for something better, something for the betterment of all. While being witness to the dismantling of a very dark world, the Posse of Angels is reminding us to counterattack any feelings of hopelessness by connecting to our limitless potential within and find our inner fortitude to begin to create our new world, because the world needs your kind of medicine. Knowing how important it is to keep our energies high, bright, and vibrant during these times, do find ways that you can feed your creativity, for you and you alone are the grand artist of your world. Instead of ignoring the powerful forces of transformation and restoration going on, throw your energies into your joy, a passionate form of expressing yourself through gardening, cooking, crafting, painting, decorating, singing, composing, dancing, writing, and many more avenues of creative expression. The more we throw ourselves into this creative expression, the more we don't feel so helpless and voiceless, and our energies begin to flow like bodies of water. Now the posse of angels are showing me visions of lakes and rivers and seas and oceans. Their message is to allow ourselves to live like water now. Flow, flow, flow and be free. In former videos, the Posse of Angels and I shared that what would help us adapt to these monumental times is to welcome in constant change, because that is the only thing that we can be certain of now. Water is timeless, and it is unhurried. Just look at the eons of time that it takes to form glaciers, one drop of frozen water at a time. What matters most is that we are powerful, divine, sovereign beings, multidimensional, and what we choose to do while in these physical human forms matters much less than how we feel when we are doing what we choose to do. With the changing of our bodies into their original crystalline forms and our consciousness ever rising, we become like water, shapeshifters that cannot be dictated by anything outside of ourselves as to what form we will now choose. So the Posse of Angels is saying, be like water. You know, if we try to change and interfere with the course of water by putting it in a container, then the sun will evaporate it, setting it free to fall as rain again. If trapped in a bottle, it might call upon the power of cold air to freeze the glass, to shatter it so that it can escape. As a divine reflection of God's source creator, you've always existed, and you will always exist. Utilize this deep knowing of your powerful connection within in order not to sacrifice your newly acquired freedom and liberation by focusing on the rubble. Instead, be like water to find your way through these remarkable times of evolution. And how timely is this message with Pisces season just around the corner? One thing is for sure. The energies now compared to 3 weeks ago are polar opposites, as we are receiving massive amounts of high-frequency light, and to many it feels blissful and amazing. With all the revelations and disclosures, there are many in the collective who have had their faith and their hope restored, and those positive energies are massively increasing the light on the planet. It's the light of hope. Many of us did not think in our wildest dreams that we would ever come to this day where things were being revealed and disclosed. And the Posse of Angels are saying, with hope, anything is possible. Do take time to feel this increasing energy of hope that is enveloping Mother Earth, like a mother hugging her baby, like a warm comforter on a cold winter's night, like the deep knowing that life-supporting light has returned to our home Earth. This is our first glimpse as to how our soul frequency is supposed to feel, which is pure love and pure light. This is how it feels all the time in the fifth dimension. This feeling will begin to become your new normal, depending on the level of light and pure love that you choose to support and hold on a daily basis. Do make that a conscious choice every day, for the power is and always has been in your hands. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can go on YouTube to listen to the first 3 in the series, Welcome to a New Era of Light here on planet Earth. And I will be posting another one next week. So go out, everyone, and celebrate. Celebrate that we are at the beginning. This is only the beginning, and it's been like not even 4 weeks. We're 3 weeks into it. And stay strong. Celebrate that we have gotten to this this introductory, or this beginning, and things will continue to be revealed in this year of truth in 2025. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.